everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack Productions. Today, I'm back up joined again by Adam and Chase.
I'm back.
I think you guys spoke at the same time. Today's matchup.
Right. So we're both excited. I'm super excited about showing this game off because I think this was a super fun game.
It looked fun watching it back. Also, I was super confused at first, and I was like, "Why are you playing without sleeves?" And I looked at the actual video. I'm like, "Oh, he has clear sleeves." Yeah. But today's matchup is Adam playing against Chase. We have Android 17, Warriors of Universe 7, taking on Veku / Gogeta, BR. And yeah, buttons, check them out. Let's get into it.
Chase, what's the deck like without the super combo loop?
It's a little harsh to, a harsh hit, but you draw enough. I think everybody watched as I had 7 cards or less in my deck at the end of every game that night.
Yeah, I don't mind those cards not being there anymore. It allows you to actually have more of a tech. It gives you 3 to 4 extra cards for teching stuff in. Yeah,
I went back and forth on if it's worth finding or getting the Gogeta super combo and just keeping it in there, or switching back to the Great Saiyaman. For this video specifically, in this tournament, I decided I was going to kick it with the Gogeta. Its condition is super easy. Super comboing with it with the new 6-drop just feels insane.
Mm-hmm. And it's also searchable, I think, with some of the cards.
It's searchable with the Bulma and the Veku.
Yeah.
Where it gives you more targets, which, yeah, I know it's like, how does he whiff finding the Gogeta and the Gogeta deck? But believe you me,
I've seen
search power, yeah, the draw power in this deck's insane. The search power could use a little work, especially when you need to see specific parts.
Did those new promos help?
Oh, the Gogeta, the 6-drop is insanity. That card is insane.
From experience of testing as well, that deck needed that card.
It did, because the old 6-drop was just the worst card in the game. It was so bad. It was such a trap. And it was just the card economy sink. It was an energy sink. Yeah, it reads it can't be KO'd, but then you forget where we're at in this card game, and every color has a non-destruction way to get rid of it that's not named green. Yellow can do a bunch of things too. Yellow likes to tap non-barriers or tap and pop, so sometimes it works out against yellow. Still have a ton of ways to deal with it in yellow. And the rest of the colors still get to hit it. But the great thing about the new promo is that, yeah, its protection is the exact same, but it's so cheap in every regard that you don't care that it gets hit. It's already coming into the battlefield and getting a swing. It has done way more for you than the other one ever could in 6 games combined. But yeah, here we are. We haven't even talked about the game yet, of course.
I want to say real quick, going first with Universe 7 is so good with this Z battle card, because it's at the beginning of your opponent's main phase. So it's after you've done your charge phase and whatnot. You now have the 2 energy. He immediately is able to proc the 3-drop 17 on board, and it's a sticky card, and it's super protective against some of the most aggro decks.
One issue I've noticed, and this game kind of exemplifies it a little bit, that the deck has really good removal later. Some stuff just sticks around for an annoying amount of time, because you get you get a KO ignoring barrier at some point, but then it's the end of the game, and then the card's probably got a bajillion value if it has barrier by that point.
You don't. I don't even want to hear it, because all of your big boys have deflect, and I wasn't able to use any of my roll condemnations on you, so you can just pipe down.
I did forget both Gogetas. Actually, I think all 3 have deflect, don't they? All the 6 and 8 drops.
Yeah, I know the old Gogeta does. I don't know if the new one does. I don't think the new one has deflect. I'd have to look. But you get it out so early, it's hard to even expect a counterplay. What on turn 2 is getting counterplay? Oh, what is counterplaying a 6-drop on turn 2?
So this Invoker deck, I brought it back because I saw a comment that was asking for some more Invoker. So we do read the comments, and so if you want to see stuff, make sure you leave a comment. Unless you're going to peacock and pretend like you're a really good player and just badmouth us, then you can just stop that. The Invoker, this particular Invoker, I do play more kind of like an amalgam of the U7 and the Invoker. I do have quite a few, Emperor's Death Beams and Royal Condemnation, but I do prefer to play a lot of the battle cards to try to get value, a lot of double strikes to kind of cut my opponent down eventually. Got pretty close.
Yeah, it really did.
What I like about the Universe 7 deck, real quick, is the free charge at the end of your turn effect. Well, it's not free charge, but it gives you an active energy with the extra card. And then, obviously, you're playing the beer super combos, which we say it's more energy. So it's just, you're able to tap out with this deck. Unlike the old version of Invoker, you couldn't really do that. Now, granted, that was a blue leader, so you had Dimension Magic kind of like backing you up. But in this case, you're able to kind of still push and be able to have your energy during your opponent's turn.
Yeah. Yep, that's and having the ability to play We Are Universe 7 to try to find my my Frieza searchers for that extra card that replaces a U7 from energy in active mode is really good. It lets me pull my Android 17s out of the drop if I need to. So I decided to add a couple of those. It's been playing really nice. I like the ratios that I'm at now.
One thing I remember recalling here is trying to get some value out of the 6-drop, and that's not a very common occurrence that I have to think, how do I use this 6-drop here? Because it's such a strong card, but your deck is so insulated against everything this card wants to do. Because it's like pop something 6 or less, but it doesn't ignore barrier, so both of your guys on the board that you care about just are not affected. Well, maybe I just lied. No, I didn't. I pointed to it for some reason. Maybe I was just telling you that it's too high cost or something. But yeah, I can't pop anything on your board.
Yeah, the reason you couldn't pop it is because I have that Android 18, which prevents it from being taken out if I don't have any of those in my drop. So just a little extra protection for that Invoker.
And we already saw it earlier. I think you pulled it to your hand. But you have also the Beer Suisse Universe 7 card, which in case one of your Invokers do get hit, you could just play that card afterwards to kind of maintain that, I guess, defensive pressure.
Yeah, because if a lot of times my opponent will spend a lot of resources trying to get rid of that Android 17, I usually try to protect it, just to try to get them to waste more resources. But in this case, he gets popped, but then that Beer Suisse gets come down, and it's kind of okay.
Oh yeah, you get to see a tech here. Is that what you're about to point out, Bancroft? My pretty black hole.
Actually, it's a great tech. I love it.
Yeah.
But I will say, I thought originally this Suisse and Beers was only during your opponent's turn. There's a separate auto during your opponent's turn, but the first auto can be played whenever one's popped by a skill. But no, Pretty Black Hole is always a clutch green negate.
It is, because there's so many moving parts to Gogeta. There are plenty of times that it's just like, well, do I want to just like play a 1-drop to get a chain going that's just not going to survive, or do I want to like hold up something? Because Weese's Capaciousness is free, and I run Focus Breakthrough, but I usually do that as an offensive card rather than a defensive one. So Pretty Black Hole is a pretty cool little tech because all of your energy costs are basically a matter of opinion. And you just draw 6 drops like it's cake, and you just get a free board wipe. And one thing, I can't believe we didn't talk about this, but earlier on, you had an insanely good play that actually ended up killing my 6-drop promo.
The Roshi Negate, I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, you want us to see how that worked? I know we're a little past it now, but for those at home.
Yeah, it's a really great negate. I can activate it for 1 because of Invoker, but basically you negate the attack. I get to draw 2 cards, and I get to choose up to one of my opponent's battle cards and return it to its owner's hand. There is no specified cost on that, which is delicious.
Yeah, and that was insane. But going back to sort of the point of the 6-drop kind of being almost like a red herring in a way. It's not. It's very strong, but if you tally it up, it was on the board for 2 turns, and in that time, it had drawn me 4 cards and swung twice for 25. You know, because you want to combo with it, because it's a little cantrip to combo, and you put a combo piece in your Z. So your opponent has to either take a damage, which is of course good because win condition, or they have to combo a bajillion to stay in their comfort range. So that's like a card economy sink of I want to say 6 if you're trying to go all YouTuber bait about it. But the amount of value this guy just gives you is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we did see right there real quick that the 6-drop confirmed did have deflect, because Adam looked at his roll comments and went no, never mind.
Yeah, here I sort of do something because I don't know this deck. I was not playing when Invoker was super good, so I was sort of swinging blind here. I've never played against this matchup, maybe once or twice, but I definitely was not, an expert here. So I was like, I'm not gonna walk into anything. I know he can kill sticky creatures, so I'm just gonna go for the big guy, get the value. If he kills this somehow, he's good on him. And so here we are swinging for 35 double duel.
And
was just
Adam, you didn't block, so I was kind of okay, and you took the damage. I'm like, oh, okay. And he swings again, and you don't block again.
I live on the edge, bro.
It's already high enough.
Yeah, and I knew that I had that Emperor's Death Beam. Ideally, I would like to kill him when he combos multiple cards, because it does kill something for, or give something -30 ignoring barrier, but it is 35. So I'm hoping that I can find another Emperor's Death Beam and maybe, take it out. Because I think I've only got one in my hand at the time.
Yes. Yeah, you saw, I think you pulled it earlier, a turn or 2 ago. Mm-hmm. Actually, you just used it. Yeah. So even you just use it, it exit by 30. The Gogeta at base is 35. So you're still looking at a 30k swing right here. In 17 for a Searcher, which is, I think, searches any red-blue extra card, right? And there's another one right there.
Oh, what is that I found? The heart of the cards was with me.
That's disgusting.
You just end up negging him out, which feels so bad. And here I am with a 1-drop Vegeta in a dream. And I'm tapping out, play this guy, see if I can pop something. I do, which is great. This guy's got double strike. Go in, you go for a block. This was my worst play all day, was going for that. It was really just throwing away an energy. I killed something, but
out of curiosity, why not snipe the 17?
Oh, he has an energy requirement. He's the 17's an 8-drop, right?
No, he's
a 6-drop.
No, I'm talking about the blocker. It's a 3-drop.
Does he have barrier?
I think he has barrier and blocker.
Yeah, I think we ran into that a few times.
Okay.
He has barrier. Yeah, he does not ignore it, and then of course he goes. And look how thin that deck's getting up there on my side.
Oh gosh, jeez. I think you had three or 5 cards left.
I played a practice game against yellow, and I actually had to stop super comboing.
I saw that match.
Yeah, that's one thing I do want to say about this deck. In its current form, I might add a card because I'm kind of low on the 8-drops. I'm only running 2 or 3. I kind of forget which one. I think it's 2. And that's a little low. I don't think you ever need the 3rd one, but you want to be able to see it. But you can kind of just have your whole deck in your hand and not like as a metaphor. Like you need to like manage your resources as like a game as a whole rather than what you have, because you will just see basically everything you have in your deck every game. That's not just over and done because you bricked.
I will say that it seems the way you have Gogeta built right now, it's got a really great even amount of offense and defense, which is surprising for me. For that.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it is Gogeta's really good about letting you select where your value comes from, just through the mechanic of comboing.
Need to cut you off real quick. This is actually the only time Adam actually did this, and it could have just been in the moment, forgot. You did restand 17 on your turn, but for the entire game up to this point, you've been only doing it during Chase's turn. So like it's a one-time kind of slip of the mind. You couldn't get an attack with it though. I just want to put it there. You blocked right there, so initially you kind of restood it in that moment, but you may get another block out of it because of the just the timing situation. Just want to put that we did catch that.
Yeah. And so, of course, we Pot of Greed. That's 3 cards.
Oh my gosh, dude.
So we are a little limited on what we can even like do here, because we've used, I think, 3 of our 4 super combos, and here I'm still like scared of it getting negged out. So I'm gonna make it harder. I don't know exactly if you can do whatever. So I'm just gonna play it safe. Why not? And I think you were supposed to discard. I don't know if you did or not.
He just did right then.
I did. Okay. We remembered. We got it.
And you pop in the blocker, doesn't matter. Like you get a block out of it in this case. But Adam does have 3 open energy. You are swinging, and you've already gone into the combo step, which means Adam did not negate. And I assume here you're just kind of baiting for.
I think I.
Dude, ooh. Would it have been better to have actually rivaled the Whis instead and then done activate its battle? And then on this second swing? Oh, but I'm not sure how much other combo power you had, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I only saw 1 Sleepy Boy technique out of the 4 that I play, which was really frustrating, but sometimes that's how it goes.
Yeah, here we actually
got a useless Royal Condemnation in my hand.
Mm-hmm. Here we get a lot of good use out of the bad Gogeta, as I call it. He does draw an entry, and he has a big old body with dual attack. So, and he also pops something on entry, and then he can't be KO'd. So he's not like the worst card in the world, especially in situations like this where he's used more as like an extension rather than your main play. Because, as you saw, I played the Gogeta and then played him, which is just a world of difference. It's just a different deck when you do that.
Am I just seeing extra cards in your hand right now? No, I see. Okay. They're 1K combos, I think, though.
Yeah.
They're just double checking for the activate what battle to combo a red and blue 5K power out.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Discard an extra card and I get to pull a couple of 5Ks out.
Okay. I think it gets you
that really hurt.
Oh,
that was his last.
I think I was like 5K. Yeah. I think you were at 35 and I hit 35 or something like that.
That's exactly what it was. I had Captiousness and Clones combo.
You were ready for the crackback.
Mm-hmm. That's what makes the deck really nice. Is there's not too many games I don't just have like all 4 Whis in my hand just ready.
But that's today's video. Thank you all for tuning in. Keep in mind his buttons, links, check them out, and bye.